Color plays a crucial role in the animal kingdom. It can signify the sex of certain creatures like birds or serve as a warning sign. In the case of poison dart frogs and venomous coral snakes, additionally, animals utilize their colors for defense, either by blending into their surroundings while they hunt or by avoiding predators. So what happens when an animal is unable to produce melanin? The pigment responsible for these defining colors, many of these animals suffer from albinism, a genetic disorder characterized by a lack of melanin, resulting in pale skin, eyes, and hair. In this video, we are going to show you 10 rare and beautiful albino animals. Let's get started. Number 10. Our first mesmerizing albino creature is the epitome of elegance and grace. Behold the Albino Peacock. With its ethereal appearance, is like a celestial muse, captivating all with its graceful dance. Each delicate feather seems to hold the secrets of the universe, shimmering with iridescent accents that reflect the light in a truly magical way. Its striking blue or pink eyes adds an extra layer of allure to its already mesmerizing appearance. Number 9. Alligator. Albino alligators have white or whitish pink scales and skin due to the absence of melanin. Their eyes may be pink or red instead of black or brown, without melanin protecting their skin and eyes from sunlight. Albino alligators are more sensitive to UV rays and risk sunburn and eye damage. They tend to remain in shaded areas. Albinism makes hiding and camouflage more difficult for alligators. Their unusual coloring makes them more conspicuous to predators and prey compared to normal alligators. Number 8. Zebra. An albino zebra will have a white or cream-colored coat rather than the normal black, and white stripes. Their skin and eyes may be pink. In the wild, an albino zebra's survival chances are lower than normal zebras due to higher visibility to predators and difficulty keeping up with a herd. There have only been a handful of confirmed sightings and captures of albino zebras in the wild. Most observed albinos live in captivity at zoos. Number 7. Turtle. Albino turtles will have white or yellow shells, skin, and eyes rather than the usual brown, olive coloration. Some may have very light hues of their normal shell pattern. The most common types of albinistic turtles are red-eared sliders, box turtles, mud turtles, and redfoot tortoises, but it can affect any turtle species without melanin to help camouflage them and protect their skin from UV rays. Albino turtles are more vulnerable to predators in the wild. Their unusual appearance makes them conspicuous. Number 6. Raccoon. Albinism in raccoons is rare but does naturally occur without melanin. An albino raccoon has very pale or white fur and pink or red eyes, rather than the usual dark coloring and mask or markings. Their fur may have a slightly yellowish tint. Albino raccoons face higher risks in the wild. Their pale coloring makes it harder to avoid predators and find food. Their eyes also have reduced vision compared to normal raccoons. Next up on our list is monkey. Albinism occurs naturally in some monkey species due to a recessive gene that causes a lack of pigmentation. The most commonly seen albino monkeys are squirrel monkeys. Their fur is white or very pale in color, instead of the usual darker hues. They also have pink or red eyes rather than dark eyes like normal monkeys. In the wild, albino monkeys have lower survival rates. Their white coloring makes camouflage and hiding from predators more difficult. Keeping albino monkeys as pets is generally not recommended, as they have complex needs that may be difficult for most pet owners to meet. Number 4. Rattlesnake. Albino rattlesnakes have a complete lack of melanin pigment, making their scales pure white. Their eyes may be pink or blue instead of the usual dark coloration. Vision is sometimes impaired in albinos, since melanin protects the eyes from UV or sunlight damage. They are exceptionally sensitive to sun exposure. In the wild, albino snakes have lower survival rates. Their coloring makes camouflage and thermoregulation more challenging compared to normally pigmented snakes. Despite their appearance, albino rattlesnakes are still venomous. However, their lack of camouflage pigment prevents successful ambush hunting. Number 3. Snail. Albinism can occur in various snail species when they lack the gene for melanin production, which gives normal snails their color. Albino snails appear very pale or translucent white in color, instead of the usual brown or gray shades. Their internal organs and tissues may also show through their shell. In the wild, they are much rarer than non-albino snails due to lower survival rates. Some only thrive in captive collections. However, if provided proper shade, hydration, and calcium in captivity, albino snails can still lead healthy lives. Number 2. Hedgehog. In hedgehogs, albinism results in very pale or white spines, skin, and eyes, unlike their normally colored counterparts. Albino hedgehogs have pink or light blue eyes rather than dark eyes. Their skin will be very pale and their spines will be white, or off-white in color rather than brown or gray. Albinism occurs when a hedgehog inherits two copies of the recessive albino gene, one from each parent. It's a rare genetic trait. Some breeders see albinism as a desirable trait and breed hedgehogs specifically to produce albino offspring. Albino hedgehogs are popular as pets due to their unique coloring. The number 1 animal on our list is the lobster. Albino lobsters have completely white shells and flesh. Their eyes are pinkish or red instead of the usual dark blue color. The lack of pigment makes albino lobsters stand out visually from other lobsters. Their unusual coloring makes them easier to spot by fishers. Only about 1 in 100 million lobsters is estimated to be albino. The rarity is due to albinism lowering the chances of survival in the wild. When caught by fishers, albino lobsters are often spared due to their novelty value. Some are donated to aquariums and exhibits for public viewing and conservation education. From the depths of the oceans to the heart of dense forests, these magnificent creatures defy the odds and captivate our imaginations as we've embarked on this extraordinary journey through the top 10 albino animals. We've witnessed nature's delicate brushstrokes of beauty in the absence of pigmentation.